So the other day, a friend of mine reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm going to be in town. Love to see you." I said, "Sure. Come on over. Let's talk. Let's have some fun." So he stopped in the shop and I said, "You've done a lot of stuff. In fact, you're a cruise icon in some people's eyes." Well, you're probably more than that to a lot of other people as well. So he came by and I said, "Sure, let's talk about some cruising stuff." So we talked about some cruising stuff, but we also talked about some other stuff as well. But I want to let you know, this guy has been in movies, including Hancock with Will Smith, Rock and Roll the movie. He was in that. Actually, was a star actor in that movie. He's done a lot of stuff. It actually was a pretty big rock star for a while. With some other bands as well. One being Paul Revere and the Raiders, the other one being the Lettermen. And actually, it was in the Righteous Brothers for a little part-time at one point. So, let's talk to my buddy right now and see what his life has been like on cruise ships. Well, welcome back to the channel. And today I've got something cruise-worthy. Cruise. So Darren Dowler, one of my longest friends, is here, and if you've been on what is it?
Princess, Celebrity, there's another one too, a big expensive one, Regent Cruises.
Yeah, so he entertains on those ships, goes all over the place, gets the full VIP treatment because he played with some other people prior to that, and they hook him up. So what's it like being a cruise ship person?
It's been great, man. Free food. Go all over the world.
Free
Sweet.
food.
More free food. Free drinks. You get to do excursions. I've literally in the last, so with the previous bands I was with, I saw, a quarter of the world. But doing this over the last 3 years, I've seen the entire planet.
No, that's cool. So what's the coolest excursion you've done?
Coolest excursion for me was Dominican Republic. You go into these caves in the mangroves, and as you go in there, have you seen that?
Yeah.
And they have ropes around the wall, and on the wall there are some paintings done by natives 600 years ago or something like that. And they are it's the view of the natives seeing Columbus's ships sailing in for the first time into the New World. They painted them on those walls.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I need to go do that next time
really
I'm down
amazing.
there. We're going down to Grand Turk in a few months. I don't know.
That's great down there.
Yeah, Grand Turk, the water's beautiful there.
Yeah, it's been a great ride. I don't think I'm doing it anymore because I did my 2 or 3 years doing it. I loved it, so it's time to move on to other stuff.
Time to move on.
Had fun.
You say that. We all say that.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like being on a cruise ship.
No, it's pretty great, and it's about the best gig going, to be honest with you. If other entertainers knew how great a gig it was, more people would be doing it.
Yeah. So you were saying that the line that you were working with, we're looking for more younger talent.
Not just that, they're just going through a change. They have these production shows on the ships, and in the production shows, they've got these singers that are the lead singers of the production shows. So probably because of COVID, a lot of the ships are now doing 3 or 4 production shows, and then the lead singers of the production shows are now doing their own shows. So it's cutting back on a lot of the shows that we would do anyway. But I think that'll run its course in a few months, and then things will go back to normal. But like I said, I think I've done my time.
I think we're getting close to this whole thing being gone completely. I think it's a thing of the past.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was a good time. I'm not complaining. I had Guinness stew in Ireland, so I'm cool.
Yeah, I actually got offered to go out on NCL to play a contract with them, but COVID hit.
Yeah, well, you know what? They now have a need, especially if you're in doing special. The big thing now, if you're in a specialty group, if band tribute or if you're in a decade tribute like the 80s or 90s kind of thing, that's selling big. So.
Yeah, supposedly, I guess Celebrity has a Beatles tribute on one of the ships.
I just saw it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really good.
It was very good.
Yeah, so.
I think the only thing though is that there's so many Beatles tributes. And that's what the customers were saying. They're like that's going back. These people they're not quite Beatles people.
Exactly. Well, actually, like what we were talking, I was, if you've watched the channel, you've seen me talk about how the rock revolution on the Carnival Mardi Gras and some of the other Carnival ships is a little too old. The average customer on a cruise ship is 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
And they're not 70 and 80 anymore.
The youngsters are 45, 47.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you don't need to have shows catering to 70, 80-year-olds. Because these people, remember those records,
that your brother had, that's what these were. You know, these people on the ships now, those were their brother's records. So, you know, when I grew up, we weren't listening, you know, to Cream and Janis Joplin and all that stuff. You know, I wasn't a hippie. I was a kid. So
He's still a kid.
yeah, I was still a kid, and so is he. But you know, so, like that's like he's saying. You know, there's still some of them are still stuck in that 78-year-old people because they haven't moved on yet and need to cater to their audience, not to what they like. We see a lot of that. You need to cater to your audience, and the audience out there, 50.
Yeah.
You know, is kind of an average. He said.
I'd say 50 to 63 is kind of the median now. You know, that's
so
that meat there.
We're looking 70s, 80s, maybe some early 90s.
One of my buddies is in a Journey and a Foreigner band right now, and they're working nonstop.
Oh,
Nonstop.
I can see totally why. I mean, you got to remember now, elevator music now is Motley Crue and Poison.
It's
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Somebody told me the other day, I told them that I was the first guitar player for Backstreet, and they said to me, "Oh, that's oldies." I went, and then I thought about it, I went, "Oh my God, it is. That's oldies
Yeah, the Backstreet
now."
Boys is oldies music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, now they're out doing the oldies tour.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that, folks. So just old is 90s.
Hey, but we're still out there doing it. I'm working on a new album right now, and when I get it done, I told you we're going to release the last 2 songs produced by myself and Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Another old guy, but you
Killer
love that
dude.
guy. I love that guy.
He was a killer dude, man. And Randy's still doing it. Randy's playing all over the place. And
Yeah.
so I think you're busier now than I've ever seen you. What do you play with, like 5 bands or something?
I play with whoever calls me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not about who I play with. It's just whoever calls me.
Yeah.
You know, now we're out doing the occasional astronauts and whoever else calls me. But that's for the summer. And then I've got the Pit Road Pickers. I'll be doing that. I'm going to Atlanta next month to do that
Nice,
for the
man.
Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, yeah, doing some stuff. You're out doing stuff. And
Keep him busy.
yep, keep him busy,
Yeah,
even though
that's
we're
good.
old people.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
Yeah, we're still alive.
we're still alive. Darren, it's always great seeing you. And Darren's going back to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come.
Kansas City. It's a good town. If you guys haven't been there, check it out. It's actually one of my favorite towns I've ever lived in.
That's pretty wild.
It's a great town. It
It's a
really
lot
is.
better than Daytona Beach.
Yeah, but you know what? But we don't have a beach, and you guys, we have somewhat of a beach. It comes to the seawall now. We lost the beach. It looks like,
Yeah,
but
it looks like it's gone away. But
it's still. I'm jealous though when I hear you guys out playing at beach bars and stuff. Sometimes I go, "Wow, it sounds like so much fun."
yeah, well, it's fun, but you know, it's not Aruba.
That's right. That's right.
So, hey guys, thanks for watching today. Please hit the like and subscribe button, become part of the channel, and help me grow to 1 billion subscribers.
Guitar Addict. Anybody need something? Don't go anywhere but
that's,
here.
That's right. And Florida Fun and More is where you want. And if you want guitars, check out my other channel, Randy's Guitar Addict.
What's the website for the Guitar Addict?
GuitarAddict.com.
Go to theguitaraddict.com. Buy from this guy.
Buy is right. See you guys next time. Have a good one.
So I hope you enjoyed today's interview with Darren. If you did, please look him up on YouTube. Watch some of his cool videos that he has. Also, you can follow him on his website, darrendowler.com. He's also on Instagram and many other social media platforms. So thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time here on Florida Fun and More.